My spoon freezes halfway to my mouth, the scent of cinnamon and roasted yams suddenly turning sour as my father's voice slices through the hum of Thanksgiving dinner. You're done here, Olivia. I want you out of this house. For a second, no one breathes. The ticking of the wall clock sounds louder than the storm outside. Across the table, my mother focuses on cutting her turkey into perfect untouched squares. My little brother stares at his plate as if it might swallow him whole. The absurdity hits me like a slap. I spent the entire morning cooking this meal. The turkey, the potatoes, the pies cooling on the counter. I even paid for everything on this table, including the wine my father is sipping. And still, somehow, I'm the leech. It's been 6 months since Mom lost her job, and Dad's part-time work couldn't cover the mortgage. I took over the bills, and the electricity, groceries, insurance, everything. The deeper I stepped in, the colder Dad became. Maybe it was pride, maybe it was guilt. Either way, it's curdled into this moment. I set down my spoon, my pulse steady despite the tremor in my hands. I understand, I say simply. The room stiffens. Dad blinks, thrown off by how calm I sound. Mom exhales like a secret she's been holding too long. Then, without even looking up, she asks, "You'll still cover my medical bill this week, right?" And that's when it clicks. Not family, just financing. Not love, just leverage. The discovery hours later. I'm in my room, folding sweaters into a suitcase. Every movement feels mechanical until a stack of old bank statements slips out from under my desk. I almost ignore them, until I see Dad's name on the top one. 3 months of hidden statements, a separate account, the balance growing larger each month. July, $3,900. August, $5,200. November, $7,000. Meanwhile, my savings have bled down to 3 digits. Then I see it, a glossy brochure for a fishing boat with Dad's handwriting. Down payment, $5,500. Scheduled delivery after Thanksgiving. My chest tightens. They waited until I paid November's bills, and then cut me loose. A knock at the door makes me jump. It's my brother, Ethan. Eyes red-rimmed and anxious. "You're really leaving?" he whispers. Dad didn't give me much choice. He hesitates. "Mom said your room's going to be storage after Dad's boat comes in." The words land like a punch. "Boat?" He nods miserably. They've been planning this for weeks. And then the final twist. Those doctor visits Mom's been having? They're not checkups. She got fillers. She told Dad the insurance covered it. The world tilts. My insurance, my money. I glance at my account. $700, now only $28 left. 3 months ago, I had $9,000. If I'd stayed another month, I'd have nothing. Breaking point. 3 days later, my aunt calls. "Olivia, how could you abandon your poor parents? Did Dad tell you he threw me out? He said you left after a little disagreement. We're having a family meeting this weekend to discuss your behavior." Of course, they've already rewritten the story. That night, I sit on my friend Harper's pull-out couch, my new home. My life reduced to 4 boxes and a suitcase. I've cut off every automatic payment, closed the shared accounts, and reopened my insurance under my own name. When my phone rings again, it's Mom. "What have you done?" she demands. "The power's off. My appointment got canceled." "I stopped paying your bills," I say quietly. "You can't just abandon us. We're your family." I take a deep breath. Family doesn't call family a parasite over dinner. And I hang up. The confrontation. 2 days later, the pounding on Harper's apartment door shakes the walls. "Open up, Olivia," my father's voice booms. Harper freezes mid-step. "Is that?" I nod. The pounding grows louder. "You think you can destroy this family and get away with it?" When he kicks the door, the frame splinters. I dial 911 with shaking fingers. Within minutes, security and 2 police officers arrive. My father's hauled away in handcuffs, shouting that I've ruined his life. Officer Perez takes my statement calmly, then asks, "Would you like to press charges?" "Yes," I whisper, "and I want a restraining order." That night, I sit in silence, feeling a strange mix of grief and relief. For the first time in years, the danger isn't inside my home. It's behind a locked cell door. Then comes another blow, a text from Ethan. "Mom sold your laptop and camera, said you owed her for bills." I file a theft report the next day. The pawnshop owner confirms the sale and hands over my items once the police show my receipts. My proof, my paper trail, finally means something. Freedom. Weeks pass. My parents' carefully crafted story crumbles as neighbors who witness the scene speak out. The family who called me unstable now faces whispers about their lies. I rebuild my life from the ground up. New bank account, new apartment, new peace. Months later, I host my first Thanksgiving dinner, a smaller one, but mine. Harper and Ethan sit across from me, laughter bouncing off my teal-painted walls. Ethan has started college, free from the house that almost broke us both. They lost the house, he says softly, eyes on his plate. Dad blames everyone but himself. I nod, glancing at a small pile of unopened letters on my shelf, all from my parents. I haven't read a single one. Maybe one day I will. Maybe I won't. Because sometimes survival means silence. And sometimes walking away isn't weakness, is the first real act of strength. Final line. They called me a leech. Turns out I was the only one keeping them alive.